Welcome, brave souls, to a journey into the chilling depths of the unknown. Prepare to be spellbound as we delve into three bone-chilling tales of haunted houses that will send shivers down your spine. But before we begin, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and have that notification bell turned on, so you never miss a hair-raising story. And if you're ready to face your deepest fears, hit that thumbs up button right now. Now grab your flashlight, keep your doors locked, and let's venture into the darkness together. The Whispering Walls. The old Victorian mansion, a towering edifice of gloomy gray stones and tarnished spires, stood at the end of Willow Street. It was a somber sentinel guarding the secrets of the past. Overgrown ivy, twisted and gnarled like grasping hands, clung to its weathered facade, obscuring the faded grandeur of its youth. Willow Street, once a bustling thoroughfare, had gradually fallen into disuse and disrepair, largely due to the sinister reputation of the mansion that dominated its final stretch. Local legends whispered about the mansion's tragic history. It was said to have been the home of the Thornton family, a wealthy and enigmatic clan that lived there in the late 19th century. Robert Thornton, the patriarch, was known for his stern demeanor and cold-heartedness. His wife, Eleanor, was a woman of ethereal beauty, though her striking appearance was always marred by a melancholic air. The family had a daughter, Isabella, who was the embodiment of ethereal beauty, but carried an air of haunting sadness. She would often be seen wandering the mansion's dimly lit halls, her eyes filled with unspoken sorrow. The townsfolk whispered that the family was cursed, that they had made a deal with dark forces, and their suffering was their penance. One fateful night, a fire, rumored to be supernatural in origin, had consumed the mansion. The townspeople, awakened by the blaze's eerie green flames and the haunting wails that accompanied it, had rushed to the scene. But it was too late. The Thorntons had perished in the inferno, their anguished screams echoing in the night. It was said that the spirits of the family were forever trapped within the charred remnants of the mansion. In the years that followed, those who dared to venture near the mansion claimed to have heard the soft, mournful whispers of Isabella in the dead of night. Others spoke of seeing ghostly apparitions moving behind the shattered windows, their translucent forms casting eerie shadows on the overgrown grounds. Some even claimed to have felt icy fingers brush against their skin as they passed by, fingers that left a chill that lingered long after. The Unseen Tenant. The Cooper House was an architectural gem nestled in the heart of the countryside, an idyllic escape from the hustle and bustle of city life. It boasted a wide wraparound porch, its once white balusters now tinged with age, large bay windows that welcomed the warm afternoon sun, and a lush garden that erupted in a riot of colors during the spring and summer months. It was the kind of place that could easily capture the heart of anyone who set foot within its hallowed walls. However, the Cooper House held a dark secret, one that sent shivers down the spines of those who knew its history well. The story revolved around its previous tenant, Mrs. Abigail Hawthorne, an elderly woman who had lived in the house for decades. Her death had been both sudden and shrouded in mystery. Mrs. Hawthorne had been a recluse, rarely seen outside her home. She was known for her eccentric habits, like buying large quantities of cat food, even though she had no pets, and spending hours in the attic, muttering to herself as she sifted through old trunks of forgotten relics. One chilly autumn morning, a concerned neighbor had noticed that Mrs. Hawthorne's curtains remained drawn, an unusual sight for the early riser. Concerned, the neighbor had peered through the Cooper House's bay window and had been greeted with a sight that would haunt their dreams. Mrs. Hawthorne's lifeless body lay on the living room floor, her eyes wide open, staring into the abyss. The authorities had been called, and an autopsy had revealed no clear cause of death. The mystery deepened when her will was read, leaving the house and its contents to her estranged niece, Sarah. Sarah, despite her reservations, decided to move into the Cooper House. She had always been curious about her aunt's peculiar behavior and the enigmatic past that seemed to shroud the house in an impenetrable mist. As Sarah settled into her new home, she couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. Objects moved on their own, their eerie dance defying all rational explanation. Whispers echoed through the halls at night, voices that seemed to come from nowhere and everywhere at once. Sarah's dreams were filled with vivid and anguished cries, the unmistakable voice of her deceased aunt, pleading for release. As the weeks turned into months, Sarah became convinced that her aunt's restless spirit still roamed the halls of the Cooper House, unable to find peace. She embarked on a quest to uncover the truth behind her aunt's death and the mysteries hidden within the house's walls. determined to bring an end to the malevolent presence that had taken hold. The Mirror's Malevolence. The Fairchild estate was a sprawling mansion of grandeur, nestled amidst a vast expanse of meticulously manicured gardens, ancient oak trees that stood as silent sentinels, and meandering stone pathways that seemed to lead to secrets waiting to be discovered. It was a place that had always been shrouded in mystique and wonder, drawing the curious and the daring into its web of intrigue. The mansion itself was a marvel of opulence, with towering spires, elegant balconies, and stained glass windows that depicted scenes from forgotten legends. Yet it was not the mansion that held the greatest allure but a particular item within its walls, a mirror, a relic that had been passed down through generations of the Fairchild family. The mirror was a massive, ornate creation of polished mahogany and gilded accents, its surface adorned with intricate carvings and symbols that spoke of an age long past. It was said to have been a gift from a mysterious traveler who had appeared at the Fairchild estate in the 17th century, a traveler who had carried with him an air of otherworldly knowledge. From the moment it had arrived at the mansion, the mirror had cast a peculiar spell over all who gazed into its depths. Those who dared to meet their own reflection within its confines found themselves confronted not only with their own visage, but also with something far more unsettling, their deepest fears and darkest desires. Over the centuries, countless guests and family members had been drawn to the mirror's allure, unable to resist the strange power it held. Some claimed to have seen horrific visions that haunted them for years, their nightmares born from the mirror's malevolence. Others were driven to madness by the mirror's revelations, unable to reconcile the truths it unveiled. As the years passed, the Fairchild family became increasingly reclusive, sealing off the mirror in a hidden chamber deep within the mansion. It was said that the mirror had taken its toll on the family, driving some members to madness and causing others to meet untimely ends. The once grand gatherings that had filled the mansion with laughter and music had ceased, replaced by an eerie silence. Despite the mirror's ominous reputation, it remained a source of fascination for those who heard the stories. Many had tried to locate the hidden chamber and unlock the mirror's secrets, but none had succeeded. And there you have it, fellow thrill seekers, a night of spine-tingling tales that will haunt your dreams. If you enjoyed these stories, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends who love a good scare. If you've encountered any paranormal experiences, or have your own terrifying tales to share, remember to subscribe and turn on those notifications so you can join us on our next chilling adventure. Until then, stay curious, stay brave, and never stop exploring the mysteries that lie in the shadows. Free to leave them in the comments below. We'd love to hear your stories.